What's going on, everyone? Nathan back again. In today's video, we're going to be assembling my ARC rod and Wiseco piston for my Predator 212 Hemi build. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so before we get started, I'm going to quickly go over what all of these rings are and what they do. So this copper ring here is the top ring. What it does is keep all of the compression inside of the combustion chamber and out of the crankcase. This ring here is the oil ring expander. What it does is keep all the excess oil off of the cylinder walls. These two rings here are the oil rails. What they do is hold the oil expander in place, but they also help to keep some of that excess oil off the cylinder walls as well. First, we're going to start off by installing our oil expander ring. You just want to make sure that the tips are butted together just like so, and that the ring is not overlapping itself. Install the ring inside of the bottommost ringland, just like you see here, and then just lightly expand the ring over the piston, and it should just drop into place just like so. Next, we're going to go ahead and install the bottom oil rail. This one doesn't go on in any particular direction, so you're just going to go ahead and place it directly under the expander ring. Just make sure that you don't stretch the ring out too much as you bring it over the piston. Repeat the process for the top oil rail. The only difference is that it goes above the expander. All right, so next I'm going to install the top ring. The only difference with this one is that you want to make sure that this marking is facing towards the top of the piston. Place the ring inside of the top ringland, and then it should install just like all the other ones. All right, so now I'm going to install the ARC rod onto the Wiseco piston. Make sure you have some assembly lube on your wrist pin and just slide it inside of the wrist pin hole. Then get your ARC rod and line it up on the inside. You should feel it just go through, and that's pretty much it. Getting this circlip inside of the hole is probably about the hardest part of this entire process. The way I do it is I go ahead and I stretch out the clip, then I go ahead and I place the edge of the clip inside of the hole, just like so. And then I can kind of pry the whole entire clip over into the hole. Once you have it to this point, you can kind of use usually a screwdriver, but I don't really have one readily available at the moment. So after a little bit of struggling, I finally got that circlip inside of the hole. Then I went ahead and I adjusted my end gap placements according to this chart here. As you guys can see, I have my top ring just above the circlip hole. I have my, oil expander ring on the bottom of the piston. And then I have the oil rails 90 degrees away from each other. There's the other gap there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you assemble a Wiseco piston and an ARC rod.